So now the next program is to compute the power of a number. Okay, suppose if we have to find out 2 raised to the power 5. Simple. Okay. So in order to find out 2 raised to the power 5, what we have to do is, it simply means that 2 will be multiplied 5 times. I can say that if I have to find out 2 raised to the power 5, it means if I use a loop for I equals to 1 to I less than equals to power. If I iterate a loop like this, and I can say that initially my result is 1, and then I can say result will be result into the number n. That's it. This is the only thing that we do when we have to compute the power of n. So if we have to find out 2 raised to the power 5, so it means 2 is multiplied 5 times. This is what it simply means now. This is the exact meaning of calculating the power. So if I write 2 raised to the power 5, so it simply means that you are multiplying 2 5 times. So I hope this is the first thing that you are clear with. Okay. So first we can execute the same program using a loop. We just have to execute this logic. This is the only logic that we can use. Okay. Now the same logic can be used for the power calculation using the recursion, because in recursion now we know this is the logic. Okay. This is the processing logic that we have. After that, we need to understand that each time our power gets decreased. Okay, initially the power given to you is 5, then power becomes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 0. You can even take 0 because at the end you have to return 1. So we can write, let's write directly in our VS Code. Power compute. So first of all, let's have a main method where we have given n is equals to 2 and power is equals to 5. First, we will execute the same program using a loop, static, int, power using loop. So this is the loop version. And now we are going to pass these two things, n, comma, power. Now we will use one variable result that will store 1 initially. And then you can iterate for int I equals to 1, I less than equals to power, then I plus plus. And then result will be plus equals to result into num. And finally, you can return the result. Num means n. So simply what exactly it is doing, 2 into 2 becomes 4 stored in result variable. So we just have to keep on doing this, not plus equals to, just result is equals to result into n. So we don't have to add. So we just keep on doing this result into n, store back to the result variable. Now let's talk about the recursive version. So we can write here static int power using recursion. And there we need int num and int power. Two things. So our primary logic is basically that we need a variable, suppose result, and then I'm going to call n and power minus 1. And then I can write result is equals to result into number. And then you can return the result. See, this is the exact same logic that you have to write for recursion. We just have to add the base case as well. But right now, let's talk about this logic. And if I write the base case that when power becomes 0, you can directly return 1. So let's talk about the working of this program, how exactly it is going to work, the recursion version. So first of all, We will call this power function and we are going to pass 2 comma 5. 2 comma 5. It is doing nothing. There is no processing logic. It simply divides the problem into a small problem. Then it is going to call P 2 comma 4. Then P, it is going to call power 2 comma 3. It will call power 2 comma 2. Then it will call power 2 comma 1. Then it will call power 2 comma 0. So these are the recursive calls and nothing has happened till now except this. So this line is executed and finally when power becomes 0, it returns 1. So 1 returned to this result variable. So it is going to return 1 to this result variable. So it means now I have 1. In my result variable, I have 1 into 2. That becomes 2 and then return result. So it is going to return. So first it returned 1 here. Now this calculation is performed at this step. Okay. So if you want, I can write down result is equals to 1 into 2 becomes 2. So first 1 was returned, now 2 is returned. So 2 is returned to this and it becomes 2 into 2. So result will become 2 into 2. That becomes 4. So 4 will be returned to this. So result will become 4 into 2. That becomes 8. Now it is returned to this. 8 is returned to this. So first it returned 1. So when power became 0, it returned 0. It returned 1. Then it returned 2. Then 4. Then 8. And now result will be 8 into 2. That becomes 16. Now 16 will be returned to the upper call and it becomes result is equals to 16 into 2, 32. That is this is the exact calculation that will go behind the scene in recursion version. I hope you are able to understand this thing, that if we are going to call the recursion, if we are going to use the recursion for this particular problem statement, this is how it is going to work. So first it is going to keep on storing the things in the stack. So power is decreased to 1. Now once it is decreased to 1, I can write here result. I can start performing the calculation and it will keep on returning the result to the upper stack call. That's it. So this is the internal working of your call stack. And now let's call both of these two functions, power using loop and then power using recursion. Print here and then print here and let's see the outcome. All right, perfect. We are getting the perfect result 32, 32 with the loop and with the recursion. So I hope that is also clear to you that how to simply perform the recursion with the help of this question known as power compute.